The Pill Garden, the Creaking, the Hardcore and Bundles update, the Minecraft movie, and several other different types of things that was leaked have actually come true during the Minecraft Live show. All of which we actually don't have to wait too long for, because within the next few months we're going to be seeing two brand new game drops. First off being the Bundles of Bravery update, again, the name being leaked earlier on, but now it's official that we are going to be expecting Bundles and Hardcore mode to be releasing at the exact same time. I've been hearing rumors about it being released maybe on October 22nd or something like that, and whether or not that happens, I don't know yet, but yeah, in the case you are looking forward to seeing Hardcore finally making its way over to Bedrock Edition, and finally seeing the final feature from Caves and Cliffs making its way into Minecraft, then this update is finally going to be it. It is finally going to be the update that's gonna end the Caves and Cliffs trilogy, Courtilogy, however many updates you want to say it now, but yeah, this is going to end Caves and Cliffs. Finally, finally, and while I don't think Caves overall is like completely perfect, I think generally it's just good to finally move on for a while and come back to Caves another time and just focus on other aspects of the game, such as maybe a new type of garden, such as the Pale Garden, which during the day it's pretty neutral, though a little bit more ominous with like the sky color and with like the ground color and with all this other different types of things like that, such as these hanging moss we can see right here, which we're not exactly sure if we can craft moss to make the hanging moss or craft hanging moss into making moss or something like that. But yeah, in general, this biome is looking just a little bit creepy, kind of, I guess, pretty similar to how dark oak forests kind of look in many ways, especially considering how the trees actually grow up and things like that, and especially considering the fact that during night it's way more hostile, especially considering this biome has a brand new and unique type of mob called the Creaking. A brand new hostile mob which, kind of like the Enderman, only interacts with the player if you interact with it somehow. The Enderman, you have to look it in the eyes. The Creaking, you have to attack it in some ways, which is a little bit hard to actually attack considering the fact that the way it spawns is actually thanks to the Creaking Heart, a brand new type of block living inside these pale forest trees, which actually only activates during night and activates where you have two of these creaking pale oak logs, one on top of the other, one on top and then one at the bottom, which will only activate it then during nighttime. Then and only then, when you actually attack the Creaking, will it actually attack you back. And from the looks of things, the only main way you could actually defeat something like this is actually by removing this Creaking Heart, or deactivating it, or something like that, or waiting for day, as we saw during the after show, or something like that. And I think generally this is a pretty interesting mob. I love the design of it. I love just how like uneven one part of the body is compared to the other. Like, we have never seen a design like this, and it's a pretty cool design. I really like it. I also really like how all this wood can actually be used in many different types of ways, maybe for like more modern-esque builds or something like that, which concrete kind of filled that gap in many ways, but I think just having more types of unique ways in actually doing it with more different types of blocks is always a welcome addition. I do think though that maybe the Pale Garden could use a couple other things to distinguish itself from other different types of forest. I don't know what it could be, but I think just in general it just needs that little bit of extra fleshing out or something like that. Maybe like an abandoned structure or something like that that would actually fit the mood of this entire biome. Something else we got is actually plenty of looks from like sets of the Minecraft movie, which is the most uncontroversial movie we have had in many years, but at the end of the day, it could be a good movie. Who knows? It could be a good movie. We just had bad trailers. But something that we did get actually is a brand new clip, which I am not going to be showing because Warner Brothers is horrible at copyright and things like that. And some of the developers of this entire movie, I think it was the director or producer or someone like that, actually mentioned the scaling difference being the fact that instead of it being like a meter by meter cube block, it's actually based off of like a 2 foot by 2 foot block, which at least they're explaining why everything is just scaled really differently compared to the actual game. But at the same time, I think it would have been better if they just stuck with the actual base scaling of everything. But again, who knows? I'm gonna be very open with this until I actually see the movie. Maybe it'll be great, maybe it'll be horrible, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, in general, that's pretty much the entirety of the show, which I think at this point we shouldn't really call it Minecraft Live, more like Minecraft show or something like that, because it's obviously not a live show. But yeah, plenty of interesting things we saw for all this leak stuff. Plenty of like clarifications and many other different types of things like that. And I'll of course keep you updated as to when we'll be getting the Creaking, the Pale Garden, and everything like that, which is actually going to be relatively soon, as we heard from the show. So look out for that pretty soon. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.